You will sleep better than you have ever slept. You've never been this relaxed. Are you ready to change your life? I'm Rusty Diamond, certified hypnotist. You don't need to leave your house. You can stay in your bed. You can stay in your favorite chair. You just need a computer or your phone. You can get a hold of me. Stay at home. I'll make your life better.
Hypnosis is great.com.
It's Rusty Diamond, motherfucker. It's Rusty Diamond, motherfucker.
Yo, man. Hello, Miss Rusty. What is up, everybody? It is Saturday, doing a Saturday show today. Who does Saturday shows? I don't know. I guess I do Saturday shows now. So, welcome to the Public Access Podcast, the Pennsylvania Public Access Podcast, the podcast. I'm not done too many paws. Thank you, everyone, for being here. This is episode 498. We are coming up on that 500 number, which will be sometime Monday at the latest. So I'm going to do 498 and 499 today, probably. Assuming all goes to plan. What number 500 is going to be a surprise. Big surprise, little surprise, I don't know. Surprise to you, surprise to me. Happy birthday. If it's your birthday. It's not my birthday or anyone's birthday that I know, but happy birthday if it's your birthday. So I told this person I would be short, 3 minutes to do my intro, and it's been probably like 6 or 7. I got sidetracked. So I'm bringing my special guest right here, right now. And my special guest right here, right now is Hugh. And here he is. And I think I got you on mute. Maybe I can do this. I think it should pop up.
There we go.
Yeah, it does that sometimes when I put people on hold, then it goes to mute. And at least I hit record. I was telling the other day, man. So I have like a backup that records it, but it's a shittier quality. And I think I've done it twice where I didn't record the show, both times with the same person. So yeah, you learn. So I was like, oh man, like I get to the end and I go to like end it and hit stop recording, and it's like, oh, start recording. What? Oh,
It's like, wait. Yeah, I think Harvey on the Bracket Bastards podcast, he was doing host one day and he forgot to click record. The entire show didn't get recorded.
yeah, what can you do? And there's been plenty of times where I've done shit like that, or had something that I recorded and I'm like, oh man, I'm gonna do something with it, and then something happens, I never do it, doesn't get uploaded, and some stuff you just lose to the whatever space. But
Yeah. Whatever the energy's out there.
yeah, right. And it's like, so that's where it is, and that's where it's gonna stay. So
Right. I mean, like I said, because I mean, just like off stuff like that. I mean, losing something. I've lost so many things over my life, and I've moved out of plenty of houses into other ones.
yeah,
Never found that item.
yeah,
It's like, where could that have possibly have gone?
right. And you think you have it, you think you have enough stuff that eventually it's going to be there, or maybe it might still show up somewhere, but yeah, usually if things
Yeah,
get
like
moved
30 years down
around.
the road, I'll open a box I haven't seen in like 20 years. Be like, oh my God.
Yeah, I had that with the cassette tape for a while. I found it like after probably 15 years, and then immediately later that day I lost it, and then yeah, found it like 8 years ago, and then lost it again, and haven't found it since. And so you move around a lot then? Is that kind of, are you a mover and a
Well, I mean,
shaker?
I used to live in California when I was like when I was born. I was born in California, so
Oh,
I know
okay.
I lived a couple places there. We moved back to Iowa in like '98. Um,
It's been 25 years,
yeah, it's
right?
been a good minute.
Yeah.
But then yeah, I don't know. I've moved quite a few times since then, but not like a whole lot. But it's always been in like the same town, you know. So it's not like I'm switching states, towns, cities, nothing like that.
That's a good deal not having to do that shit. There's a lot that goes into it, a lot more that goes into it than just packing up and going.
Right, right. Especially when you're a kid going through school and stuff. Like now it's like
Yeah.
I'm at this whole new place and I gotta make new friends. I gotta fucking make more people like me.
Yeah. And so, I mean, and you go from California to Iowa, which is probably, kind of different.
Oh yeah,
But
most definitely.
yeah, but I mean, yeah, Iowa, man, yeah. Uh, what can I say? I won't say anything because I want to keep it that way. So, that's what I learned. That's what I really liked, or thought was, something not, it was okay about that area was that they do that. Um,
I mean, it's all right. Iowa's not the greatest place to live, I'm sure, but I'm sure there's negatives everywhere. There's no
right.
perfect place. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And I mean, most of the time I'm inside, so it doesn't really matter all that much if it's,
Right. You know, it's like, how often am I really outside?
yeah, am I outside or am I going? I'm not going to places like I'm going to places that I go in any town, like nothing. I'm not going to see the I don't know. It's like uh, Machu Picchu or something, and stand
So
on there, or
Machu
the
Picchu.
Leaning Tower of Pisa, and take a picture like this, and do
Right, you're holding
one
it
of
up
those.
for
Yeah,
on the Leaning Tower of Pisa, like you're like kicking it over or something.
yeah, one of those. Like, yeah, doing one of those. But I'm here, and like I'm just, yeah, getting to hang out in some room, and if I go to the grocery store or something, that's probably about good. Go there, and I assume they're not much different in many places, but
Right. I mean, pretty much the layout is the only difference. Like the deli might be on
right.
the left instead of the right. You know, the electronics might be this corner, not that corner.
Yeah, and when you got to get to the deli. The deli is the important part to the grocery store, is getting to that deli. um yeah, so I mean, yeah, you got Hy-Vee out there, man. I end up talking
What do you
about
guys?
tacos.
You're on East Coast, right?
I'm on the East Coast now, but yeah, I lived in a couple of places in Minnesota. I lived in
Gotcha.
Bloomington for a little while. Um, and then I moved down to Austin, and yeah, I lived
And
right
Texas?
no, Minnesota,
Oh, okay.
Spamtown, USA.
I was like,
So
damn, you went way south.
yeah, just right down the fucking 35. It goes like it goes for yeah, all the way from Minnesota down to fucking Houston, I think. And
Yeah.
yeah, dude, the fucking yeah, I live like right next to it. They're the rendering plant for the processing rendering plant for spam. So, during the summer, it would be I got a very distinct smell. The humidity, man. It is pork, dead pork. And but man, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, Iowa, I go down to Iowa pretty often. So it's like 15 minutes from there. So
Yeah, it just kind of depends on what you like. I mean, if you like a variety of weather, like because like here on it seems like when seasons start changing, it's not definitive if it wants to actually change or not.
Right.
Like we've had weeks here where it's like 40s, 30s, and then like the next week it's back up in the 60s and the 70s. It's like, what is going on?
Yeah, and it's either snow or construction. Those are
Yeah,
kind of the seasons.
exactly. So
But
it's just kind of yeah. But
yeah,
I don't know. My
I
kids like the snow, so that's all that matters.
yeah, and you get a fair amount. So I mean, okay, so with the snow then, what I mean, so for hills, like where do you how's that work? Or is
You
because
talking
I
about like for
realize
like sledding or like
yeah,
driving
yeah,
or
for sledding, like yeah, the landmarks out there are the water towers and like every I fell
the
asleep
like
in
parts of the
Iowa
water
driving.
tower.
Yeah,
That's
that's
so
how
funny because I actually use a water tower as a landmark, so it's actually
yeah,
funny as hell.
that's all there is. There's no mountains or big hills or anything. It's like, oh yeah, there's the
We don't have
fabulous
any like
water
there's
tower.
not like any like super like long hills, but we do have a couple of like big steep ones. There's
Cool.
actually a hill here that's over by the high school. It's called Big Bertha.
Big Bertha. All right.
Everybody who's ever played football or any other sport has probably, in all exclusive anyways, has probably had the unpleasant experience of having to run that hill.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That would be a good one to do.
But yeah, I mean, and honestly, like the further up, like when you first start the hill, you're sprinting up because that's what you're supposed to be doing. You're just like, yeah, I'm like halfway there when you look up. Then you keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. It's like you look up again. It's like fuck. I've only gained 2 steps after that. What the hell just happened? It just
Yeah.
gets it just gets so much steeper as it goes up. It's just fucking
And
terrible.
yeah. Yeah, it's
But
fucking
that's a pretty fun one to go down. You get quite a it's a decently sized hill. You get a decent amount of speed because the steepness of it.
do you do like
Other than that, I know people go sledding over by like we have a park. It's called Edmonton Park here, and it's not just a flat ground. Like there's areas where it has hills and stuff, but I'm not sure exactly how successful those would be. I've never gone out to Edmonton to sled, so
you got your hill. You have your one hill that you go to that's like
right. And
tried and
also
true.
with that big hill, there's a bunch of other like smaller hills there too. So if I don't want to keep climbing up the big one, I can just go to one of the smaller ones.
Yeah, and that's a big help too. Like, yeah, once you get going, you can do that as a kid. But yeah, once you're a little older, it becomes a little harder to hit all those hills over and over and over.
Over and over. When you're a kid, 30 times, no big deal. When you're an
Yeah,
adult, like 3 times, I'm done.
yeah, I'm done. I'm gonna need like 2 days up on the couch and come back and talk with me then, and then we'll go again. Are you doing like any other stuff? I mean, 'cause it was wild. Like everywhere, I guess everywhere kind of on the West Coast was like, well, so winter's coming, but like when winter's coming in the Midwest, it's like, oh, dude, I'm gonna go out and go and do blank. I'm gonna go snowmobile and I'm gonna go ice fishing. I saw this one video on TikTok a few years ago, man. This chick took a fucking like a fish that she had caught doing ice fishing and fucking like I think she must have gutted it and took a white claw and fucking like took the white claw, shot it through the fish and drank that.
What the fuck?
Yeah, yeah, man, it
Who
was
ever
it was
thought of this idea? I'd be like, this will be good.
right. Yeah, I'm gonna go and drink it through a fish, man, that I caught. But
Right.
that's what the people do. What do you do? Is
Um,
there stuff like that, or are you more
I am more of an I'm
outdoor?
more of an indoor like gamer type person, honestly. Don't get me
All
wrong,
right.
I do like going out and like kind of like I like adventurous things.
Yeah.
Like for as indoory as I am, I've always had like this awesome like I'm not really sure. I call it a fantasy. Other people's call it a nightmare. It kind of depends on what you think.
Right.
But like just being lost somewhere, like in the middle of a fucking jungle somewhere, or just something like just where you don't know where civilization is, and then finding your way back
So
or attempting to. Some people would think that's a nightmare because they don't know what the fuck is going to happen. I
right.
find that exciting because I don't know what the fuck's going to happen.
So how do we get this to happen? How do we do we come out and kidnap you one day and just
Just drop you off somewhere.
drop you off somewhere, make sure there's no water tower
I mean, that'd
around.
be fun. I mean, I'd like to run it.
Yeah, just find your way back. It would be I feel it's something that people should be able to do, and I don't know what the percentage of people could do something like that right now would be. Even I mean, I think it's sort of
I know my north, south, east, and west. I should be all right.
yeah. And you're like, well, so but then you would know. They say, well, I guess yeah, you probably figure out where you would need to go to get to Iowa. You just kind of head towards the middle.
Be like, well, let's see. It's really hot down here. I know it's December. I'm probably in the south. Got to go north.
Let's go north, and we'll find our way and start. Seeing.
I mean, you keep walking. Eventually, you're gonna find a house, a road, something, right?
Right. Yeah. You think you get to some road, and then
Either that, or you're gonna run into a tribe of savages and be their meal. Either way,
right. Either way sounds good. For someone's gonna be eating either way. So whatever is
you
cool.
or a tribe, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Someone's eating.
Yeah. Someone's gonna go home with a full belly. Uh, and so I mean, like, what kind of games you playing?
I play games such as like Call of Duty, Hogwarts Legacy is a good one, Apex, Rocket League, stuff like that. More of your online games. I used to play like Destiny and stuff back in the day and everything like that.
Are you
But
record? Are you streaming
what's
and
that?
recording? Are you streaming when you're doing this?
I used to.
But then you started saying too much stuff, and they had to cut you off.
Uh,
You started calling kids little bitches and stuff, and telling them that you're
just
gonna
like,
go
bro,
fuck their
you're a
mom.
piece of shit. Like,
Yeah.
yeah. Occasionally there was a little bit of rage. But no, I never got kicked off of streaming. I did have to kick a couple of buddies out of my party every now and then because they
Okay.
like dropping that. As me and my buddy, as me and one of my friends we call it the gamer word, the hard N word.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Which the game award. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. And so then, what happens if someone says that? Do they get
Well, the
kicked? Do they
person
get
that okay,
booted
so
off?
if I have them in my party and I have their chat enabled so we can hear what everybody says,
Yeah.
then if the word gets dropped too many times, I actually am the one who gets in trouble, not them,
Oh.
because I'm the one that's streaming it.
Okay.
So I have to be the responsible one and be like, yo, you can't say that, dude. Don't be saying that stuff. You're gonna get me canceled, kicked, whatever.
Right.
Like I have to be right on top of that. Otherwise, they do kick you off the stream. Don't allow you to.
So is that like on Twitch or
Yeah.
YouTube or so? Okay. And so I mean, like, if you have someone that does say it all the time, or like,
I'm not putting them in my party that day.
yeah, yeah, like you get to stream this one. This is your job today. Today you're the one streaming. But so then you're doing that. Is that like, does that overlap with the Bracket Bastards at all, or how did are those all your friends, guys? You meet them gaming, or you know them?
No, actually, I met Freddie through work. We actually ended up working at the same place at some point. So Freddie and I kind of got to know each other that way.
What was the name of the strip club?
No, it wasn't a strip club, but
Okay.
I mean, it'd be funnier if it was. That's for sure. But no, Freddie and I, we met at a job. He kind of gave me this site, like he kind of laid out his idea for having a podcast and stuff like that. I told him I was on board with it. And then the others, he knew um the girl Jamie, he knew her because they live in the same town. So I would say like me, Jamie, and Freddie were the only ones that actually know each other personally, like in face to face. Everybody else we
Okay.
only know through the podcast. But we've been doing it for about 2 years now. We kind of know each other pretty well. But
Yeah.
no, they actually everybody on my podcast, none of them are gamers, really. I
Oh,
mean,
okay.
well, Jeremy is, but I don't think he has enough time to actually like sit down and play and stuff like that. We've never actually kind of like collaborated on playing together.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I mean, I definitely got my own homies that I play with though on a daily basis.
Do you ever bring them into the podcast world?
Um, I never have. I've definitely said something to him about the podcast, trying to get him like, kind of interested, maybe bringing him in, but it hasn't really gotten that far yet.
Okay. Yeah. Because yeah, I've had Jeremy and Freddie and uh Chansey on, I believe. I might be forgetting someone. I know I've had those three on so far, but it's sometime in the last year. I don't know. It's been, I don't know.
Yeah, Chancey used to be on the Bracket Bastards. He used to be one of the bastards.
Oh, okay. He's moved on.
He had to. Well, he didn't have to. He chose to politely resign.
Okay. All right. Well,
I don't know. I don't know if it was just for his own personal reasons. I don't really know a reason
yeah.
why. I didn't feel like that was any of my business. It's his.
And
I mean, I will say the one thing that sucks is that Chancey and I did have a little fallout before he left. So I mean, I don't know if that had something to do with it. If it did, apologies. I mean,
yeah.
to me, it's water under the bridge now. But I hope he's doing good. I hope everything's going well for him.
Yeah, hope so too. And like yeah, whatever goes down, and it's yeah, people move on. People move on from podcasts. I've moved on from some podcasts and whatever from now on. Now you
Right,
do what
right.
you do now, and you keep going.
That's the past. You can change the future, can't
Right,
change the past.
right. Yeah, you can harp on the past all you want, man.
And
It
nothing's
can,
ever going to change. It's still going to be
yeah,
there.
yep. I just like, well, fuck. Okay, well, yeah. I guess I could just let that go, and boom,
Right, right.
no
Why,
fucking
why be
problem.
mad? There's some that don't even matter.
Yeah. Um, and so then, well, I mean, what's been kind of the wildest bracket that you've come up with?
Wildest
Or that,
bracket we came up with?
or yeah, I mean, or what's the bracket that you pitched that was like, no, we can't do it because it's too close to the, like the equivalent of, I don't know, not like, yeah, you
Oh,
just, it was too far. Like,
I don't even
is
know.
there
I mean,
anything?
like I said, we've done a lot of episodes in 2 years. Um, there's definitely been a couple of wild ones. I mean, I don't remember exactly what episodes, but there's been ones that have gone on for like 3, 4 hours just because of the bickering between everybody. Just being like, no, 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 this, story after
Yeah.
story, experience after experience. Those are always fun ones, but like I said, they kind of run a little bit long. We're just like, guys, other people got shit to do.
Yeah, I think the one that we did, whenever that was, sometime in the last month, was probably about 3 hours long.
Yeah, give or take. I think it was 2.5 or so, which
Oh, okay.
that's probably about the average for our podcast, anywhere between like an hour to 2.5, usually.
And so, are you usually doing them on one night a week, or what is it like? Kind of.
Yeah, we normally do them on Saturdays about 2 p.m. or so.
Oh,
Because
right.
Freddie, our host, he's the one that he works on Saturdays. So
And so, okay, so that's yeah, later on today, man. What's
Yeah, I'm
the
double thoughting it today.
me too, man. I thought it was gonna be one today, one tomorrow, but I got doubled up on today. So uh what's the bracket on today for you?
Oh, I like surprises.
Good, me too, man. That's
So I personally don't pay attention to that until the time of.
it's better.
Like, I am, as you can probably tell, I procrastinate really bad. I
But you're the reaction guy.
am the reaction guy. I'm the hype man.
Yeah, it wouldn't be quite the same if you went in there knowing your stuff. You wouldn't have they wouldn't be able to pull what they need to pull out of you, which is
Exactly.
the
Like I said, I'm more of a on the fly type of person. Like I'm more of a
right.
improv per se.
Yeah, and it's not the same like you trying to go in there,
Right, as
uh
opposed to where if like I have like the bracket in front of me, I know what's coming, like, and then I can think of shit of stuff to say, clever stuff to say, but it's not as funny because it's thought of.
right, right. Yeah, like you could have like 5 jokes written down. They're like, "Mom, these are good," but then you just come up with one off the fucking cuff, and you're like, "Dude,
And it
that
just
was way
blows
funnier."
away.
Yep, that would have just fucking killed. Like this other stuff that I wrote was fucking okay, but it's not. Yeah, it's nothing, man. So it's
I mean, don't get me wrong, I can definitely read a script. Like I'm not reading the script, but I'd rather not read a script if I didn't have to.
right. Yeah. So once again, let me go back to reading my script here and make sure I have all that going on, man, because this is about reading the script. And um, I mean, dude, it's fucking uh so then but you're not editing the show. Is Freddie doing all that? Is Freddie doing all the
Yeah,
editing
Freddie's
or
the one
is
that does the editing. He's asked for help with it. People have offered to help, but then he doesn't show them the process or can't make time to like show them how to do it necessarily. So it's
okay?
like you can't really ask for help if you're not going to accept it, bro.
Right. Yeah. You just what you gonna do?
Right, right.
Yeah.
It's kind of, I mean, you want help, but you can't accept it. Kind of on your own.
Yeah. I keep seeing your shirt, man, and I keep thinking it says titties, but every time I look at it, dude, I'm like, okay,
No,
I have two titties,
it says I have two titles.
2 titles, man.
It says Dad and Raiders fan, and I rock them
Okay,
both.
Raiders fan, man. Okay,
Vegas, baby.
yeah, yeah. But now, yeah, it's man. So okay, not being from California, the people that are Raiders fans are a very certain type of people. Of as I don't know how to put
They,
it.
they
Most
really
res-
are, though. I mean, I understand what you're saying 100%. The Raiders, the way I understand it, like with just some stuff I've heard, research I've done, they have like the biggest following fan base. Like,
yeah,
so the away games, there's more Raider fans at the away games than there is like other teams away games and stuff like that.
which is cool, man. Like good for them for getting people to travel, fork out that fucking money to
Right?
go to
Yeah.
the
Because I mean,
games, and
those tickets are not cheap, bro.
yeah, yeah, and they're got. I don't know what they're doing to pay for it. There was some guy. They had a story about him on the last year or something that was going to all these games. They couldn't figure out why, but I think he was still like maybe he was robbing banks or something along the way or
He's
some
just
shit.
robbing banks along the
Along the
way.
way, I forgot what team he was fucking with, man. He just followed them around like the fucking Grateful Dead or some shit. And like, dude, I don't know. And yeah, like, how is this guy paying for all these fucking games and traveling? He's not working, but I think he was robbing banks.
I think he was robbing banks.
I'm pretty
I mean that.
sure
I mean, he had to be a pretty smart, I guess, right?
until he got caught.
Well, right. I mean, eventually, I mean, everybody gets caught eventually, I'm sure, at some point.
Yeah. Um,
I mean, because, I mean, come on, you rob all this money to do all this stuff, but
okay.
then you can't do it because you have it with stolen money.
Right. So okay.
So what do
So
you do?
you fucking you cross your fucking fingers, man. Cross your
Be like, I'm going to a different country. I'm out.
yeah. Let me pull this up here. So there's this Chiefs guy. This guy who's a Chiefs fan, and yeah, got busted in fucking Oklahoma or something. He was going from yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Basically, he went to all these fucking games and he did it by um just robbing banks. So if you guys
That
have
is crazy.
yeah, if you guys need things to do, that's something you can do. If you really want to go to football games, you can just rob banks.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to. I don't know if the prison time would outweigh the game time.
Right. That's a good point. And
Yeah, okay, so maybe a great experience for a not so great one longer.
right. So then, do you are you close to any city? Are you kind of like would the closest one would that be going out to Chicago or something, or would that like for an NFL game?
Chicago wouldn't be far. Kansas wouldn't be far. Um, Trying to think of another team they play. It's relatively close. I mean, Minnesota's not that far, I guess. I'm not sure if they play Minnesota though. I'm not 100% sure about the whole schedule, but
Okay,
I mean, I definitely have chances. Like, I'm definitely within traveling distance of
but
places.
expensive as fuck.
Um, it's just expensive as fuck, bro. I don't have
Yeah,
the money for it, bro.
dude, who does? Who has the money for this shit? Who has?
Apparently, millions of people because there's always like fucking 60,000 plus fans in the stands, and it's like, how?
Yeah, yeah. And it's not like it's just new people every time. It seems like
Right,
it's
right. They're the same 65,000 every single
right.
time.
Yeah, I can't like I couldn't imagine. I mean, I don't know. I think I've gone to. I had some game like the hockey game was really expensive going to it, and like I went to. I don't know. The baseball games weren't that bad. I went to, but I mean, I was sitting up at both of them in the very last row. So I mean, there's that. But yeah, I mean, like football games, the hockey game was fucking stupid, expensive. Basketball game was fucking stupid expensive. But like I'll get deals. Like every once in a while, you'll get those deals where the everyday man can fucking afford
Right. Like,
sort
here's
of
a
buy like
coupon for you today.
yeah, yeah. I still have to put up like third, fourth mortgage to go, get that. But it's but then yeah, you can go to yeah, here's your coupon day for
It
fucking
makes it a little bit cheaper though, and a little more affordable for everybody.
right.
Just for that day
And
though, just for that game.
just
Just
for
that game.
that game. And
Like, I know like Super Bowl tickets last year. Like, I was looking at like the seating prices for them, and
yeah,
even the ones that are way up fucking in bumfuck Egypt, nowhere behind a
right.
pillar, is like 3 grand, and it's like that is retarded.
Yeah, for one fucking afternoon, dude. Like and you also have to probably travel to wherever that is and get put up and stay somewhere and
Right, and
fuck
since it's a big event, every hotel around that area that's within a 40-mile radius is gonna be booked.
yeah. And then you're gonna have to fucking try to find a way over to the stadium for the event and uh
Right, the game doesn't start till 5:30, but I'm leaving my hotel at 10 a.m.
right. Yeah. And I'll be there. I'll be sitting outside and with everyone else and shit, dude. Yeah, I don't know, man. I got WrestleMania in March or April, and it's like 45 minutes from here. And I don't know, man. I don't know if I fucking I will do it. I went in 2001.
Till
But
WrestleMania.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, how was that? I mean, because 2001, that was back when I used to still watch.
dude,
Uh,
it was fucking cool, man. It was in Houston, man. It
that was
was
back when they
rad.
probably still had Rock, Undertaker, Stone Cold,
Yeah,
Triple H, like the
yeah,
OGs like that I know. You know what I mean?
yeah. Main event was fucking Stone Cold and The Rock, man. It was cool, man. But it was wild, man. There was fucking like 70,000 people like in Houston. Like going to Houston is fucking. So I'm from Portland, Oregon, man. Like going down to Houston, like and being around 70,000 fucking people. Like, what the fuck is this, dude? This is a wild shit here, man. Like, I can
Right. It's
assume
like
that's
this is
what.
crazy.
Yeah, I can assume that's what Super Bowl's like, man. But probably more. And I mean, I'm sure you got more people coming from all over the world for the Super
Oh
Bowl.
yeah, for the big game like that.
Yeah.
You said something about hockey, right?
Yeah.
Are you a hockey fan?
Dude, I am. And so here's the thing. So it was tough, man. Like, so I used to be a fucking Hartford Whalers fan, and then they went away, and then I became a uh New York Islanders fan by fucking proxy. And I dude, like they were so shitty for so long. So I had two friends that I'd watch hockey with, and they would play one Islanders game along like each year for like probably at least 4 or 5 years. That would be on TV when they'd be playing like one of the best teams at that time. And so like I never really got to watch. Now it's a little easier, but man, yeah, I like hockey. I used to play lacrosse and shit, and so like hockey's a lot like it. And
Close second, right?
yeah, close second, man. Like I don't know, and the those were some fun games, man. Going to hockey games. I was the backup announcer. I never got uh
Ever actually got to though?
never actually got to. They're like, you're the
Oh,
back.
that'd be
Yeah,
cool.
yeah. For when I was living in Minnesota, man, I went in there and yeah, I was the backup, but they never once brought me on. I lived like 5 minutes away from the place, man. It wasn't like going out and having to drive 45 minutes to somewhere to go,
For a hope.
so yeah. And yeah, man, you like hockey?
Um, I'm actually I was more surprised to hear that you're a hockey fan, honestly. I don't know if it's just or like the places I've lived, but
Yeah,
it seems like hockey's not a very like popping thing, I guess.
right.
It was
Never
like
really is.
it was super weird for me when I went to Colorado to visit my wife's the hers mom's side of the family and to meet
Yeah,
her dad and stuff for the first time. Hockey, 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 hockey. It's like, what did I step into? Like everyone's talking about hockey. And I don't know shit about hockey. I know there's a stick, a puck, and pads, and a goalie and a net on
that's about
ice.
all you need to know.
You know, I mean, otherwise, I just know what I can visually see. And
Which is
I don't know players. I don't know, no, I don't, absolutely nothing.
okay. Yeah, dude.
I kind of thought like the only thing fun about hockey was the body checks, and now they can barely do those anymore.
Right. But I mean, that's kind of what's happening even in football too. Like,
Right? Yeah, they're just getting a little less. You can't be so rough. Yeah, right. I
right.
get it.
Yeah, you can't, be
You know,
LT and
you're
be
not
all
trying to kill
fucking,
people.
yeah, smoke a bunch of crack and go out and try to take people's
Fucking
heads off.
wow.
And yeah, dude, it's fucking go. Yeah, fucking
But I mean, yeah, I don't know. Like hockey was never like appealing to me. I
yeah,
kind of like my thought on it was soccer on ice.
right. Yeah,
I'm not a big soccer fan either.
not a
So
lot
I
of
mean,
people are, man. Well, in the here.
Right. But you go worldwide though, soccer's like the biggest sport
Yeah.
in the world.
Yeah. Like, why don't you like this? Uh,
I don't know. I'm not one to jump on bandwagons either. So
right. Yeah. I'm not so much either.
you
But
know, like, I'm not gonna turn into a Chiefs fan overnight because they won the Super Bowl this year.
right, dude, man. But so, uh, I mean, back in the '90s, like in Oregon, man, like, dude, those Raiders fans, uh, like they were a lot of them popping up because they were fucking, Bo Jackson and fucking,
Right? Yeah,
uh,
Bo Jackson, would have been one of the best running backs of all time, guaranteed. I mean, he's still labeled as one of the best, even though his career is cut real short.
yeah,
But he had the ability, he had the talent. Everybody knew it. He would have definitely excelled.
yeah. I always forget that his career was cut pretty short, man. Which did he? What happened? I don't remember.
I think it was a knee injury.
That'll do it.
I want to say
I'll
something like it was like an ACL or something like that. I got torn. I think I'm not 100%.
Yeah. But I mean, dude, yeah, they had the fucking people coming with the fucking starter jackets and shit. Raiders ones, those things were fucking cool looking. They still fucking are, man. Those starter jackets, like, man, there's some weird resurgence of them in the last 5 years or so. Like, if you can get your hands on those
Right,
things,
and it's still like, oh shit, that's a starter jacket. Let's go. Like, and they've been around
yeah,
forever. It's nothing new.
yeah,
Like I remember my well, I don't remember this because I wasn't born yet, but I've been told the story a bunch of times by my parents. So my oldest brother,
yeah,
they're at they're at the store getting something, I don't know. And he wanted one of the starter jackets. My parents at the time couldn't afford it. Right.
yeah.
My brother sat there while they were in line scanning their items, giving them reasons why they should get him this jacket, basically selling it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He did it to the point so well that the person behind them that we didn't know, had no clue who it was, wanted to buy him the jacket.
Whoa.
My parents told him no.
That's good. That's
I
good. That's good. Like, no,
mean
yeah, he just,
that's how well he sold the jacket though, that a person not even involved in the conversation overheard and was like, he makes some great fucking points. He needs that jacket. Like
did he get to take that into anything else in life with that?
no, he actually became a plumber.
Okay. Well, I mean, he probably gets people to fucking probably doesn't
Well,
have
I
a
mean,
shortage of clients.
um he used to he'd like live here in Iowa, like that was his residence, but he worked in California.
Okay.
And he worked for like the union and stuff like that. So he was at like the top of it pretty much at some point. So I mean, he was making 70, 80 plus bucks an hour.
Yeah. Just
So
fucking
he probably did better than what he would have did in like sales.
right. And then plus you don't have to do sales.
Right. You don't gotta talk to a bunch of people you don't like.
Yeah. It's trying to fucking sell him. I mean, he's not getting the jacket. And you're not, selling someone else
Like,
to buy you the
hey bro,
jacket
you
each
want that
time.
jacket? You make enough now, you can go buy your jacket.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, like those and fucking I saw and I see fucking Zuba's fucking pants that it got kind of big in the NFL again. Not real big, like the stripes, the bright striped pants look like kind of, I'm talking
Yeah,
about?
it was like a high vis strip that went down it or something.
Yeah, those things, dude, they had a big fucking comeback kind of recently.
Wonder what for. I mean, like
Um,
do things just get forgotten about so long that then somebody that's like from a well younger generation sees it and thinks it's the fucking coolest thing, and then it just pops back out of nowhere or what? Like,
Kinda. I mean, dude, yeah. I mean, like I had mine from. I got some from a friend because they were made in Minnesota, like from like the early 90s. I got some, but oh shoot, that's not what I wanted to do. These,
Nice desktop.
yeah, right. You guys take a screenshot of that one. So that's what these pants were like.
Okay.
Yeah, and they had them like for like all kinds of teams and shit. And people are starting to wear them again now.
Did I say like
Really,
Zubra or Zebra at the top of
Zubas,
it?
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
or Zubaz or I don't even know how to
something
fucking
like that.
pronounce
I
it,
don't know.
man. But they're fucking comfortable, dude. I'm a sweatpants guy, dude. I wear sweatpants or shit like that almost every day.
I'll wear sweatpants like around the house, or if like I'm going to like my mom's or like family, like or if like a family's house or something like that. But if I'm going to like a buddy's, I'm going out to eat somewhere, I'm doing anything else, it's jeans, bro, or shorts or something.
Where, do you wear your shorts in the winter? You seem like you could be a shorts in the winter in Iowa kind of guy.
I'm wearing shorts right now, actually. I'm also inside though in a 70-degree heated house. So,
Right. Yeah.
but I will go outside like this, and I mean I'll be all right. Like my legs aren't usually that bad. It's usually just like my fingers and my face and shit that get cold, which is
Yeah.
weird. How does my face get cold? I don't understand this.
Right. And then yeah, when you
So much
shave it,
hair.
then it's
Bro,
fucking
I've shaved this once in the winter. Oh my God, bro. There's such a big difference. It's stupid.
yeah.
It's like I didn't realize how actually warm that was keeping my face.
Yeah. Yeah, this part's still fucking cold, but yeah, this part's all fucking
All
nice,
nice and
dude.
toasty, yeah.
Yeah, like, all right. I see why people did this for fucking years and years and
Right, right.
yeah, they're
And
doing something right. Uh so yeah, man. Let's see. So then are you still like I don't know, cuz so like are the people sorry that are on your podcast, are they like a lot of people come back over and over again, or like where are you
we've definitely
finding
had
new
a
people?
you talking about guests, right? I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Um, we've actually had quite a few returnees, actually. I mean, I wouldn't say like repetitively over and over and over because I mean we're always trying to get new different people on the show. To broaden the horizon, get us out there more. You know what I mean? Get
Yeah.
to where we're like kind of almost where you are,
Which is whatever.
bigger than us.
I don't know about that one, dude.
Oh, you
I don't.
really?
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh,
Who
you've been doing
knows?
this show for how many years now?
10. So who
And
knows?
how do you not have a big fan following right now?
It's
You
all
used to be a
relative.
stand-up comedian. You were a professional wrestler. Um,
Yeah, most people don't like me. So, so that could be part of it, man. Like I
so people
know
didn't like you as a wrestler, huh?
yeah, yeah. Dude, I had two people. Well, no, not two people. I guess I technically three people try to kill me, but that's a whole different
What?
story. Yeah.
I mean, okay, so the way I understand it, wrestling, you're just playing the character.
Well, so to them
Like
or
you're
to
usually
me.
playing like not usually yourself, but a different persona of what you see, right?
Right. Something like that.
Why
Yeah.
would they take that personally and try to kill you?
Because I guess I made it personal on them, man. I mean, yeah. Yeah, what do
You're like,
one
yeah,
time
I said something out loud, and these three took super offensive to it. Everybody else thought it was great. They did not. They
yeah.
tried.
And then, then I almost fucking I don't know. Like, dude, it would have been horrible. Like the places it was. Like one was next to a prison, in a bar that we were doing women, which were fucking most of them were tweaker strippers, um, like wrestling in what they called chocolate pudding, which was actually since it was cheaper, it was chocolate syrup watered down, and then they were pouring Bud Light on these fucking women. And I was the referee, and somehow I pissed somebody off enough that I don't know what I was doing, but um, they just wanted to fucking kill me, and they were literally looking around for me, trying to kill me. And there's this one woman wrestler who saw these people running after me. She stood up and fucking like got in between us and saved my life, man, for me long enough for me to get out. And then
Sorry
yep.
about that.
But yep. So yeah, you guys don't need to hear my stories. Same
I'm
feed.
back.
It's all good. Yeah. So
No,
and then
sorry. My door in my room doesn't latch, so I can't lock it.
okay. All right.
So anybody can just push it open at will. Dogs, kids,
Yeah. Whoever's gonna be coming in is coming in. And I think yeah, that's kind of how it
I like the
goes, man.
background.
Thanks, dude. I
I
have
like the whole I've seen the one on to my right, probably your left, the starry one though. Yeah.
that one.
I've seen that picture plenty of times. Not just like on like photos and stuff like that, but like on TV and stuff like that. That seems to be a very commonly used photo shot for some reason.
Yeah,
Like
I
I
think
watch a bunch of like space documentaries, alien documentaries, stuff like that. And
what. Oh, go ahead.
I've seen that particular like exact shot used like used in that documentary a bunch of times.
So someone probably there's probably some stock footage that was free, and someone took it and put it on to a fucking whatever these things are called, and then yeah, put it in the show because they didn't have to pay any royalties on it.
I mean, if that is a real picture, not just like a paint. I mean, even if that's a painting, that's fucking amazing painting the way that's done. But I mean, even actual picture, that'd be fantastic of a picture.
Yeah.
I mean, and if you're talking about the stars and stuff, what better of a picture to use?
Right. Yeah. Well, then I can see it. And so like, what is it about fucking the space and aliens that you're
I
into?
really don't know. I'm just drawn to it for whatever reason. Um, I do know that I do have a little bit of Native American in me. I'm from the Blackfoot tribe of South Dakota,
Okay.
and oddly enough, I was watching a documentary, and they were talking about that specific tribe. And apparently they're very connected with like the stars and like the extraterrestrials, and like they have a connection with that type of stuff. So I don't know if that's what draws me to it.
Yeah.
Um, I just know that like science was always my favorite subject. I always thought that stuff like it kind of just intrigued me. So
Have you ever gone
like if
and
I got offered to go to space,
yeah,
I'm leaving.
and you'd be able to find your way back, man, because north, south, east, and
Right,
west,
right,
man.
yeah. That'd be the ultimate adventure, floating through space, trying to find my way back to Earth and land.
Yeah.
That I feel like there's very slight chance of survival for this one.
Well, you don't have as much experience, or maybe you do. Maybe you do. Maybe it's there. Have you ever uh like had any dreams or anything about it? Or like
Um, Oddly enough, I've never like dreamt of being like an astronaut or anything like that. I've had dreams though. Like, have you ever had like a continuous dream?
sure.
I don't mean like in the same night, but multiple nights in a row.
Yeah.
Okay. I've only had one of those ever, and it was weird. So like, I remember I would walk up these steps to like this like old like ruins like of a temple type thing, and as I would get to the top, there would be some type of like it'd be like some type of reptile like dragon or like a dinosaur of some sort or whatever, and he would like after a bit of conversation or whatever, he would send me to this different like planet, basically, like through the stars and stuff like that. So I'd get to see everything as I got, shipped through time and space kind of thing.
Oh shit.
And I'd be on this planet, and there was only one rule on the planet. You had to stay on like a path. There was a path that was like built. It went off different directions, but you had to stay on the path. If you went off the path, you were like banned for like ever or some shit like that. 3 nights in a row, I had this dream, and I did different things, just different conversations every night. Went to the same spot, but for some reason, the third night, I was just like, I wonder what happens when you actually go off the trail, because nothing's ever said. It's just you have to stay on the trail. There's no like, or else, this will happen. It's just stay on the trail. That's the only thing that's ever said.
Right.
So like, I remember one day I was like, fuck yeah. I was like, I know the trails. So let's go on the adventure and actually go off trail. As soon as I stepped off the trail, bro, I felt like I got like sucked right back into it, like out of the world, back through, the stars and stuff. Didn't even go back to the temple, just right back to my bed and woke up. Never had that dream again. Bro, I was disappointed that I didn't follow the rules.
What are the rules?
But yeah, because I mean, the only rule was to not step off the path. Otherwise, you got to see whatever you wanted to see, like all types of like dinosaurs, animals, stuff like that. I'm a big dinosaur guy. Weird. But, like, I don't know. That's the only thing I've really had like a dream where I've actually like gone like to space or through space or something like that.
Would you go back if you could?
What's that? Sorry.
Would you go back if you could?
Oh, most definitely.
Okay.
Most definitely. If I had that choice, yeah, I'd go back.
If you get someone who, if you want, man, someone who does hypnosis could get you there.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah, for sure, man.
Like that's one of my most like memorable dreams from when I was young.
Yeah.
Ever since then, no, ever since that night I got kicked out, I've always wanted to go back, and I've never been able to. So you think you'd be able to get me there with your hypnosis, huh?
Absolutely, dude.
Like 100%.
100%. 100%.
If you ever failed at hypnotizing anybody.
No, dude, like I do it with people, man, who have had like alien encounters and shit, and I do a lot with people.
I've had that too. And there's some stuff I have thought about it. I've wanted to definitely explore that because I don't remember anything of that night, and I was at work all night.
And dude, so everyone that I've worked with has had one common thing. I won't say what it is, but everyone has had one common thing in every single experience.
I'm assuming it's a time lapse of some sort. They don't remember.
That too, but like they all saw one specific thing. There's one specific thing they all saw that was said in the exact same way, and that was weird to me. But
I have a video of the thing that I saw. Like I was driving to work. Yeah, I was driving to work. I used to work third shift. I was driving to work one night, and just I looked up and I was just driving along. I looked up in the sky. There's just a solid, like it was like a solid like black object with just two lights, just driving straight. Like it was relatively low. So I mean, if it had any type of like engine to like be moving, you think you would probably hear that or something, or some type of off noise. Because I mean, it was relatively low, pretty noticeable. Yeah. Like if you were to be in like a pitch black thing and just see two lights off in the distance, you would probably think they were on a hill or something, because that's kind of how it looked. Yeah. But no, like I thought maybe it was just another vehicle or something. I was just hallucinating. I don't really know. But I mean, I've never actually hallucinated on marijuana, so I don't really know about that. But anyhow, all I remember is I took my phone out, videotaping it. I was like, "What the fuck is this thing in the sky?" Blah 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 blah. After it passed over me, I remember closing the video or saving the video, and then there's just bits and pieces from the rest of the night. Like I don't remember driving the rest of the way to work. I don't remember clocking in. I remember being in the back where where my area was, and like I would start like pushing a cart. Next thing I know, I'm on the other side of the building with that cart. Didn't put shit away. Didn't put stuff anywhere. Just on the other side of the building. And then I would kind of like every now and then I would come back to and I'd kind of like fuck, and I have to look around and see where I'm at, like in the building. Like it was weird. And then I would go back to go do what I was doing, black out again, I'd appear somewhere else. I don't know what was going on that night, but I do not remember much of it, just bits and pieces.
I mean, yeah.
I felt so weird. Like after the thing went over me, like I just felt really weird for a second and then just nothing.
So, yeah, I mean, there's more to it. There's definitely more to it. So yeah, if you're ever interested, man, it's one of my favorites
Just doing
to
like alien encounters.
work with people, yeah, who've had that, because it's cool, man. Like it's something like not a lot of people get to experience, and like if you got it in
Not
your head, it's in your
not to the
head.
point where there's time loss, because it seems like in all encounters,
Yeah,
there's always a lapse of time that
right.
they don't recall.
Yep, and that's how it's been with every one of mine too, which I guess is another thing they've all had in
Oh,
common.
that's the other thing that there's just a lapse time that there's just
Well, there's the lapse time, and that's why people, will usually come to
right.
me.
What did I do during that time? Who did I speak to? What the fuck happened? It has to be up here somewhere, right?
Right. Yeah, it's up there somewhere. It's just you probably too wild of a thing that fucking happened. Your brain just kind of
It's just like
whoop, like
error,
yep,
error.
yep. But we'll hold
Aired
on to
out for
it.
a little
But
while.
yeah, you're not
Get
going to be able
shut
to.
down, restarted.
Yeah, control alt delete, man.
Control Alt Delete.
Yeah. Cool, dude. Well, so where are people going to find you? In back alleys or somewhere, or wherever they
Back
can
alleys
find you?
behind the dumpster, bro. If you see a guy there with his hands like this, don't come by. No, I'm just kidding. You can find me on Facebook under my name, Quentin Vande Stroet. That is Quentin, by the way. I know most people spell it Quinton, or there's a bunch of different ways to spell it. Mine apparently is a unique way. Seems
Yeah.
normal to me, but I've also had it for 33 years. So,
Yeah, so it seems probably about right for you.
but yeah, you can find me on Facebook under that, or you can find me on Instagram under MasterBastardQ because I am the master of our bastards. And of course, you can find me on the podcast Bracket Bastards.
Hell yeah.
It's a nice little podcast. It's a bunch of bantering. Obviously, you've been on the show, but for anybody who hasn't, man, that may be seeing this or see this, it's actually a really interesting show. It's really funny. Bunch of joking around as we vote down the list to a winner of some type of pop culture thing, whether it be movies, songs, TV shows, TV theme songs. I mean, we have it broke down to a bunch of different things.
Yeah, dude, it's a fucking fun to be on, fun to watch, and you can watch live if you want too. And
Yeah, every Saturday.
yeah,
Well, I'm on YouTube.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I can do that. And you got people doing fucking talking, man, and you got people
right.
watching
Just
interested,
getting to
man.
know different people from different areas and everything. I mean, it's intriguing to see what kind of different people are out there.
Yeah, and like, oh, here they are.
Right.
That's
like
what
people
that's
find
what this
me.
world's about.
People find I've heard people tell me that they find me particularly interesting because I don't change how I am based on my environment.
Nope.
So if I'm at work, I'm the same goofy motherfucker I am at home.
Yep.
Or anywhere else for that matter. And people like that about me because, I mean, in person, like, I'm kind of that person. You get what you get.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be someone completely different. And then when we go to a different setting, I'm fucking somebody that you don't even know.
Yeah,
You
put
know, I
on
want you to
your
know
fancy
who like
pants.
I am to the point where I want you to know, and that's about it. But
Yeah,
you get what you get. I am who I am. I'm a goofy motherfucker, and that's what I do.
it's a good place to be, and that's how we'll fucking end it, man. Dude, thank you for being on, and yeah, man, we'll keep in touch. I'll probably see you on the podcast again.
All right, man. Sounds good. Thank you for having me on. It was actually interesting to kind of get to know you a little bit and
Yeah, you
you know
too,
tell
brother.
my story a little bit. So,
That's what it's about. That's what this
right.
world's about, man. So yeah, hope you have a good rest of your day, man.
You too, man. You have a great one.
All
Have
right.
fun on your other pod.
Yeah, you too, man. All right. That's Q. So there's Murr and Sal and fucking uh the other one. Murr, Sal, Q, Joe. There's no Joe anymore. But that's who there's Q, man. So thank you everyone for being here on the public access podcast on the Rusty Diamond Podcast Network. And yeah, back again later on in the day, I believe. So thank you everyone again. And that is the show, man. Boom.
It's Rusty Diamond, motherfucker. It's Rusty Diamond, motherfucker.